properly introduce yourself to our viewers? Let them know who you are and where you are connecting from.
Well, my name is Elder Stephen Chukwudi Amaeze, fondly called Dundum. Most of my friends call me Dumdumon Obosi. Actually, I'm from Obosi, Idemili, Anambra State, Nigeria, precisely.
Okay.
A gospel artist and also a record label, and at the same time, a philanthropist, a pioneer music activist. Also, by the grace of God, I'm here with you. Thank you very much.
Wow.
I look forward to having a wonderful interview with you. I'm connecting from Madrid, Spain.
Oh yeah, nice. It's nice to have you on Tikitaka-show. How long have you been into the music industry?
Well, I can say it's a couple of decades now. I never take the music industry or the music passion seriously until when I entered church. From the church activities, I started having that passion to sing more to the glory of God. I didn't as well as take it seriously then, because my life has been a life of traveling, moving from one place, from home. So, but when I actually based in Madrid, Spain, so actually I started recording my songs. Once upon a time, I went home within that period, that is around 2010, when I went home.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I entered studio. Before you know it, I came up with 10 tracks titled Omeworoya. So since that time, it has been all about the passion. It has been all about the music. It has been all about the support for that upcoming artist, and the rest is what you're having today. Thank you once again, Singer, for having me.
Wow. Do you have any music background before starting this music, or you just develop it yourself?
Well, Deejsinga, Get to Sound. I must tell you the fact, and nothing but the fact.
Yes, here is always the fact. Like I said, positive.
Of course, if I want to drive you back to our roots, you know that Africa is all about music. I have to trace myself to my mother's side, because my mother hails from a Jacob family, Akuku. When I trace back to my mother's side, I followed my mother's side up to where my grandmother comes from. That is where I got that is where I saw a musician, someone that can call himself a musician, by name Emmanuel Arono. So, 2 generations. But what I'm saying is that music is something that every African shares in their blood.
Yes. I agree with you. The question is, what motivates you to become a musician?
Okay. One of the things that that motivates me is the passion.
Music. So, what makes you choose this line of gospel? I mean, to be a gospel musician.
I normally notice that so many musicians, when they get into studio, because of the guest, for money or investment purpose, they change most of their gospel original tunes to something to please the market. Do you get me?
Yes.
So
yes.
In my own aspect, I was very, very careful to make sure that the music was exactly what was given to me when I enter studio, I must pass the same message, because first of all, most of the music, as I told you, comes when most of my music comes, especially in dreams. I will wake up to have these messages. So I shouldn't go into the studio and change it because of money. So I choose the gospel because the music was given to me as a raw message to change people's life, to bring people closer to Almighty God.
Ooh, this is powerful. This is powerful. You should have been an evangelist. In anywhere, it's not only when one is when one have a church means that is an evangelist, but I met a white person one day and he told me that singing is singing gospel, praising God is more than going to church, because yes, because when you are praising God and the gospel artist, you are praising God, you are spreading love to people. Shout out to Little Saint. Little Saint will see you, much love. You are spreading love to people, and you are converting souls to God. You are touching the lives of people. You know, like you said, music is a message, and like you said, your own is called for. It's not something you do because you want to copy people. I'm trying to find out that from you, but it's something that is self-determination, something that you come up from yourself. You are not copying anybody. I respect you for that. Kudos for that. Kudos.
Thank you very much.
Kudos, really kudos for that. Yes, and I want to ask you. You say you released the first album, 8 tracks. How long ago you released this album?
As I told you, around 2010, I did my first 10 tracks, titled Omeworonya.
Yeah.
And since that time, I left myself and ventured into, I opened a record label, the Vista and Chita Records label. I started promoting few artists like Don Topman and all the rest. At the same time, I went into humanitarian activities. I also opened a studio where I started recording some of these artists. What am I trying to do? I wanted. I never take myself serious. Let me put it like this, because most of my music, as I told you, is a message. So when I release the message, I feel satisfied. But I was looking at bringing other artists on board in order to make it a kind of business-like or investment aspect of it. But at the time, I felt that it is time to put another message or to record another music. So I went back to studio, and that was just last year. Very, very wonderfully packaged once again. And this time around, I have to get the music. I call it an in-house show, because this time around, my son, Sean Gold, has to be the producer, and my daughter has to sing the background. So that music was done in my house, in my studio, and at the same time, everything, both from the instrument producing, singing, everything is an in-house show. So, and that is one of the things that gives me joy this time around, because You have not made a name as one of the greatest artists. I think I've built a foundation, making my family involved in this message,
yes,
which is preaching the gospel and making people happy in the presence of God.
Wow, 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 wow. How did their mother feel about this? Was she in support, or did she wait for you people outside with a mortar and knife to destroy people? You know? Yeah.
Well, actually, God gave me a wonderful woman.
Good.
I used to admire her.
Yeah.
She's the type of baby girl that supports everything the husband stands for,
Ooh.
provided it is something that is positively going to impart on the family. Like as I told you, very, very, very wonderful support from her.
Wow, that is wonderful. Kudos to Mama in the house. If you are watching if you are watching this interview, we shout out to you, because it's not easy. It's not easy. I want to ask you: do you compose and write all your songs, the 8 tracks? Do you compose and write all your songs?
Yes, when people ask about the word compose, people like me, I don't normally use the word compose, because when when some people say they write song, sometimes I get a little bit confused.
Yeah.
Because people like us doesn't just wake up and say, let's do a song. anytime I try to do a song, it must resemble someone's song. Did you understand me?
Yeah.
So to avoid having a song that resembles someone's song, I can wait for a week, 2 weeks, a month until I got an inspiration. Songs. To me, I don't write my songs. My songs flow in as an inspiration. I only bring it down either if I'm with my recorder, or mostly I enjoy the recorder, because many times I've noted down my songs only to forget the rhythm, and I hate writing songs just for ordinary. When you write songs, sometimes you forget the original message. But with the record, it have the original tune, original background message with the rhythm that you wanted. Like one of my, so let me give you an example. Their tracks like Ifugi ihe nna mele nwa ya ọkwamụgbala onu n'oge eme ya onojo ihugi ihe nna mele nwa ya ifugi dị ukwu ya n'ọlụ ebube m ifugi dị ukwu ya n'ime ndụ m. There's no way you can write this kind of songs. These are the kind of songs I'm telling you. It can flow in nature. You cannot say, let me compose this. Understand me? So that is exactly my kind of music. I never for any day say, oh, today I'm going to write a music, or let me go and compose the songs. No, I wait for them to come naturally. Like in 2003, when I won a lottery here in Spain, Quinella, my first track, Flow In. That is somewhere in my life, I receive anointing of God is flowing in my life. If you get to my first album, you see that it's among the 10 tracks I first released. That song actually came instantly from that lottery house as they gave me the check for the winning, almost 70-something thousand euro. Immediately I came out from the studio, yeah, from the lottery house with that joy. That track came, and I grabbed it.
Wow!
So people like me, we don't embark on writing songs, but we wait for the inspirations to come. Thank you very much.
Wow! Wow! Romeo by Stephen. Honestly speaking, I don't know if I have ever listened to anybody, in fact, somebody who I would say that you sound similar to, which if you people are choice, or if you people are choice in a voice, I will choose you. Like, I'm not saying it because you are here, or I'm not saying it because I'm having you on Tikitaka-show, but I'm saying it because it's real. It's Father Mbaka, you know.
Wow.
Yes, yes, it's Father Mbaka. But I must tell you that yours is, it means bass, and I so much love bass, you know. You have that bass, you know, and man, honestly speaking, please, our viewers out there, if you have not listened to Omeworomie, let me tell you something. If you don't believe that something, God has done something for you, waking up only is something. If you go out there, visit hospitals, visit mortuaries, and visit some places, you will see so much people who don't have a day free or have freedom like you do. So God has done something for you in your life, and if you believe God has done something for you in your life, believe me, go and check out this track, subscribe to this track, comment below. If you possible, comment what God has done for you. Yes. Wow. Comment what God has done for you below the track. Yes, because this track is this track, where was it produced? Here or in Africa?
The first tracks, as I told you, was produced in Lagos.
Oh yeah?
Really precisely in the studio of a young man called, I used to call him Magic Fingers.
Yeah.
My good friend, I Clean, shot the video.
Wow.
So
in Africa,
that is how we.
The video was shot in Africa or in Europe?
I make sure that most of the video, I was contemplating to shoot all in Europe. You know, being in Madrid, Spain, being the place I based.
Yeah.
But when I get home to be able to, because when I was doing this, the first track, I'm in between the two nations, you know, staying in Madrid and doing my stuff. The studio is in Africa. So everything I gathered, when I gathered most of the video, when I went home, so the director told me, that was I Clean. He told me that you cannot bring everything about Igbo gospel music. You will not bring all the clips, everything from Europe. and you have to get some home stuff, you know.
Yes.
So I went and get a cultural dancers that participated in doing the video you are watching. So most of it is a two places from Europe, Madrid here, and also from Lagos.
Nice.
If you notice, you see in the video when Spain won their World Cup. I asked to make sure my video team, we have to, that particular day they were celebrating in Madrid, we was there.
Okay.
So it is all about what God has done for us, because we all are
Yes.
we all are happy, and we are celebrating. The music is all about celebration.
Yes.
What God has done.
Yes.
And I'm happy too that day. So that is how we got the video production, and people were calling from different parts. Even when I went to AIT to promote it, Silverbird, everybody was saying, "Wow, it was so tight. It was a wonderful package."
It was a great song. It was a great song. It was a great song that needed to be heard by good and the right audience. And though after this interview, I believe our viewers and our followers will definitely pay a visit to this your channels, and will show you some love, which I know. And because our life is our program is not only in Spain, it's not only in Europe, but it's worldwide. And after the show is when the people will start viewing it. So it's obvious that after this show, the right audience will see your video. Will definitely see the video, and will definitely hear you and know you more, because you are a great and talented artist who's supposed to be heard very well by people, by the right people, because what you are giving out there is raw. You are giving out raw message, raw from the heart. You don't just cut and join, but you build it from the heart. And look at it now, your children has taken over. Man, congratulations, man. Congratulations, for real.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, for real. Congratulations. I must tell you, because it's not easy. It's not easy. That brings me to the new track that you just mentioned, that you just released, if I'm not mistaken, last year, and was produced and released. I mean, it was produced by your son and back up by your kids. What is the title?
This time around, I titled the song Tupu Mkpokwe Ya. That's before I asked God. Before I asked God, He has already answered.
Wow.
As I used to tell you, I promise you, the way we prepared now, that's Kaisikwado now. It is not, it is beyond human comprehension.
Different, believe me, I can see that. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know about others, but I'm telling you about me. Nothing has ever disturbed me since I've come out with all my heart. You can call it, since I trust and start believing God. Nothing has been a problem without solution in my life.
Nice one. Nice one. I will quickly play the track for our viewers to listen before.
Ozara Mnesia, Ikukama no Nyazara, Boba Julu Dalu ni Mendo, ka ha za mebere tupu mkpokwe ya ịmana ọzawo mebere n'ezie amalọ m ihe nkeji kene ya ọzawo mebere n'ezie ya ka m ji asị ụmụnne m unu soro m wee tobe Chineke ọ bụ ololibololeni.
That is just look at it. Okay, like seriously, eh? Like seriously, eh? Can you just tell me who? Damn, man. Can you tell me whoever that you think that can sing, that is singing like this? You are unique, okay? You are unique. You are special. You are
Deejsinga.
You are you.
Shout out.
And you have to acknowledge that.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you are you.
Thank you very much.
Because
Get the
what
sound.
you are giving out is solid. It's solid. It's solid. It's solid. Wow. Okay.
Thank you very much. Tikitaka-show. That's the right place to be at the every Sunday. Make sure you are always tuned while as we go on to use this show to enlighten you and bring you very, very, very best.
Come to think of it, this beat was produced by your son.
That is Sean himself.
Produce this beat.
Sean Gold.
Man, he's wicked. He's wicked. Damn. He produced this beat and this track. And look at your son,
Yeah.
look at your kid's voice. Man, these are professionally set up. Well professionally set up projects. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
As a gospel artist, what are the difficulties that you found in this journey of being a gospel artist, and what are the joy of being a gospel artist? The both sides. What the advantage and disadvantage?
Okay, my good brother, my friend, Deejsinga, the able Tikitaka-show presenter, I must confess to you, for us that is in Europe, that found ourselves in Europe, let me put it like this, being a gospel artist is very, very challenging, because you always see yourself running from post to post. You are producing what most people are being consumed right there in Africa. So, and you know what it takes to cut your fare ticket and everything comes down. So sometimes a lot of shows has to miss you, or you missing a lot of shows because you are not based. Secondly, most of your stuffs that you are about to do, like going to studio, is always whenever you are around. So these are the few challenges I'm having as a gospel artist. And coming to my joy as an artist, these days I don't normally introduce myself. I just give you my YouTube and ask you to go in there and play. This is who I am. There was a time I was traveling at Motala Airport, Lagos. I was being held by some security men, and they want to know who I am.
Yeah.
I have to insert my hand into my jacket and brought out my track. I was having my gospel and I gave to them.
Yeah.
I don't know where they went and played it. They came back and said, Oga, Sorry for disturbing your peace. We don't want to enter social media war again. Please, you should. That particular day, I was very, very happy. Yeah. And at the same time, it makes me to buckle up to know that you are no more an ordinary person. That you are in the social media. You are like a mirror. To people are looking at, people are watching you. So I started taking my music life seriously and trying to make sure I don't find myself funny in every situation, because people are looking up to you. You are just like a mirror, a role model. Exactly. So,
what advice do you have for all those artists out there who are trying to make it, who are trying to be something in life? What advice do you have for them?
Well, my advice has to be in two ways. I would like to advise most of my friends or some of the artists, the Europe-based artists, because the problem we're having is not the same. When you are an Europe-based, you have a complex problem, because you are in a faraway place cooking food for somebody that is in another continent to eat. So if you are not careful, you have a Spanish called a monton. That's a big problem. Trying to send your message, maybe after preparing the food, if you are not careful, before you send the food down to that place, the food gets cold. So you have a problem. But one thing I will tell you is this: stay focused. Simple, just very simple. If you must succeed, you must remain focused. Okay? Good. That fire burning inside you, telling you that you are going to be great. No one can quench it, and nothing, no circumstances. Just when you fall, you get up, and they keep on what? Pushing. One day is gonna. One of my friends, Baba Ostaino, used to call it gods of entertainment. He said, one day gods of entertainment will remember you, and when you remember you will really know that all your years of toiling is not in vain. For the upcoming artists that are in Nigeria, I must tell, in Africa, I must tell them, please get a trade. Days have gone when one just wake up and said, I am an artist, because of the economic situation in the country. I will advise them to get something, even if you are a barber, a vulcanizer, or an electrician, or an internet. You can also be a digital person. Try to learn something to be supporting yourself. If not, you might end up not going nowhere, because the economic situation is biting hard. That is all I have for the upcoming artists. To also remain focused and make sure you are not weathered. You are not withered with the situation that the economic situation of the country has found you. You make sure you do not go down without releasing those talents, because as a gospel artist, as a believer, I believe whatever talent you are given, if you did not release all of them, you are going to be questioned. God Almighty has to hold you accountable, because it's like you did not perform your part very well.
What do you do with the blessing I give you? That is the question. What do you do with the blessing? You will be looking at him, so I think I was in the kitchen when I wanted to use it.
That your voice sounds like angelic voice. Hey, young man, what have you done with the talent?
You will be like,
it's a question. So I was being bitten by mosquito, and the dollar has to rise to above my level, and a liter of fuel, it is at 10,000 a gallon. That is not the issue. That is why I advise that you learn a trade, so that you will be getting money, pushing until you get to the top.
I want to ask you one straight question. Can you change from gospel artist?
Yes, DJ God.
Can you change for any reason, can you change from being a gospel artist to another genre of music? For any reason?
Well, DJ, this question to me happened to be the one, the most tempting questions of this interview. And I must tell you that this particular question, I don't think is just a day thought. You have been thinking of the kind of question that will tell me to believe this.
You just come up.
That's why I called it tempting.
You just come up.
It's just like when you prepare. It is like when you prepare the local. There's one food in Anambra State in Igbo we call okwa. After preparing the okwa, you get a chilled malt, by the side of it. Then you are asking an Igbo man whether he would like to eat okwa. You understand me? It is tempting. I must tell you. Well, let me, for the sake of doing justice to myself and to you out there, yes, gospel has been my pattern. But when they asked Jesus this kind of at the cross, Jesus said that the spirit is willing, but the body, the flesh, is what?
Weak.
It's weak.
Yeah.
Or the spirit is weak, the body is willing. That's if I'm not, if I don't want to misquote myself. What I want to try to let you know that as of now, I'm in that moment of decision because I am getting a lot of tempting offer. Last week, a social club that knows that I have a wonderful bass and I compose very well, they approached me and asked me to do a kind of this kind of shout out kind of music, Igbo high life tune for them, and in other words, I have to start calling their names and their positions. I must tell you, this is tempting because money is involved. Big sum of money is involved. But I have not given them an answer. For more than 2-3 weeks, I've been dodging because something is almost here as a problem. The problem is you have identified your brand, okay, as a gospel artist. Yeah. You understand me? And someone is offering you money at the same time in order for you to change your brand. And if you are not careful, some of your fans that knows you for gospel will start, nobody has ever pleased the world. So, Mr. DJ, you have once again hit me. This is an uppercut, okay? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know the answer to give you. But if God keeps us alive, my brother, I will like to continue my gospel, okay? Then the answer to your question is, if the same God keeps us alive, I would like to also show the world that I am not only a gospel artist, that I have something in that aspect to offer, especially if that song is not going to be a worldly song. Like when we say worldly, it means a song that is filled with flesh. I believe if I can give some tracks like the way Celestine who used to play kind of Mike Ejaya kind of tunes, though they are not gospel, but they are also inspiring. So I can also go into that kind of change a little bit, move to the center, in order to send a message that we are not all that dull, even though we have taken gospel as our main kind of music. An artist or a musician must be a free-minded person. If not, music will not flow. You know that. Okay?
I want you to shout out to somebody. Shout out to a group of people. Shout out to anybody you want to shout out. As we are coming to an end of this program, I want to...
Once again, Deejsinga. Well, my shout out to you particularly because you are one of the phenomenon I found around me here in Spain, Madrid. Anytime I called you for issues from entertainment, aspect of it, and all the rest, you always there. Your advice and your motivation really encouraged me. So shout out to all of my brothers, any African, any music lover is my friend, is my brother, and anywhere you are, as far as you are believing that life is all about doing good, it means you have won my heart. I must be emphatically with you that the Ghetto Sound Entertainment, you guys are really trying. Thank you very much for having me in this show. Shout out to my beautiful wife, my children, my son, Sean God. Is really another rocket that is coming out from Nigeria very soon. By the grace of God, he's also a musician. He has been releasing his tracks and producing it by himself and bringing other collaborations. Shout out to him. Shout out to my kids, especially my daughters who did the backup, and everyone out there, my fans, those people that have believed so much in my ability. I will always be grateful to them, even my critics. So shout out to all my fans and everybody that believes, provided you are criticizing someone with facts and figure, with a good intention, you are also a fan, and you are also a part of the builders that will make a skyscraper stand tall and strong. Thank you very much, Deejsinga. Tikitaka-show. I am very, very happy. And I promise before the year runs out, I promise to also find out time, bring out time to be in your show, because I found the show very, very amazing, wonderfully tight. Keep it up.
Nice one. Thank you. Thank you. The fans, where to find you, to follow your Instagram, where to find your song, and
oh, wonderful. If you my Facebook page remain my name, Chukwudi Stephen Amaeze, or you might write Stephen Chukwudi Amaeze. That's my Facebook page. My YouTube, either you put the Vista and Chista record, or you also type Omeworoya, or my name, Stephen Chukwudi Amaeze. You see my videos and you see my latest tracks. You see the latest Oyoyo Chim. That song is another tight song. And for Instagram, I am Stephen Amaeze _Stephen _Chukwudi_. You have me on Twitter. I'm also available. Amaeze ST. That is my Twitter handle. So sometimes you need critics. Okay? Sometimes you need them. Don't despise them. Whenever they come, whenever they laugh at you, whenever they criticize you, be happy that God might use a critic, someone to position you, for you to begin to think